Jai Shri Krishna. Let's start discussion on very important topic, and most of the interviewer definitely ask you this question in their interview if you are going for or if you have planned for next interview of the business analyst role in the IT projects or in the IT company. So they might ask you how the your typical the day will look like, what you do in your day-to-day activities, or can you elaborate me what are your daily tasks and what you do in whole days, or what is the life of the day on which you work, what you do daily, what are the tasks you perform daily. So these kind of different kind of question the interviewer might ask you, but all these questions the answer will remain same which I am going to tell you, and it is and the step by step and the structure way answer. So that will definitely help you to get the job. And if you follow this approach which I am telling in this video, so I think there is an 100% chance so you will get that opportunity. So let's start discuss on this video. So let's first discuss on what does a business analyst do, what are the the key roles and responsibility of business analyst. So if you know these things, so you should be able to give the answer of this question in structure manner and the very appropriate manner, so that interviewer will get impressed on you and he might definitely consider you for this role. So you should understand that the business analyst is act as a crucial link between the business stakeholder and the IT team. So that line itself suggests that you should be bridge the gap between, or you should fulfill the gap between the business stakeholder, like a non-functional stakeholder, or like a people who give you requirement related to that product or the software, and the IT team or the quality team or the development team who actually do the development, and there is a product manager who will support you on this product or who can track your requirement, and the business team or the the management team you can update your progress of the project. So this team, so you can understand from that line your daily interaction with these teams you can mention in that. And the business analyst is also act as a problem solver. So they analyze a business need and identify the problem, and on that basis they propose the solution, they propose the optimum solution that can satisfy the business problem with the more effective way with minimum risks. So they are the problem solver and they are the 360-degree way thinking, and they are the requirement expert definitely. So as a business analyst you should be an expert in the requirement, and you should be a core responsibility to elicit and document and manage the requirement throughout the project life cycle, and to understand the what are the stage of the life cycle of the project, and what are your key roles and responsibilities in that life cycle, and what you need to do to that project get successful and to achieve the business objective, with considering the in-scope functionality for that project, and also considering the risks analysis, what are the risks, what are the threat, or what are the short analysis done by that project. So these are the things, and the BA will focus on ensuring that the final IT solution meets the organization's strategic goal and solving the intended problem. So you should be able to solve the problem. So all these things which I mentioned on that in this slide, so keep this slide keep this data in your mind, and accordingly you need to reframe your questions to explain the tasks you perform in your whole day to the interviewer, so he will might get happy and consider you for the next round of interview, or he might select you for this role. So you should tell them, so I join at 8 a.m., and in between I reach my office at 8 a.m., and in between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I should perform some tasks like fill up myself to do the copy and quick check of daily priorities, or to understand what I need to do today, quick assessment, or I also do what are the yesterday tasks which I am not able to complete, or I need to complete that, or what are the emails from the business team or the development team that sent me yesterday and what I need to do. So need to check this thing and with the copy and prioritize the tasks which he or she need to do on priority basis, and then check email and messages or the team message or the WhatsApp message or the emails which receive from the client or from the higher management or the project manager or the IT team, and review the overnight communication and flag urgent items. So what are the urgent or what are to do the urgent and important analysis or the urgency analysis, and prioritize the workflow which you need to complete today and what you need to complete within the at which time. So you should need to tell this thing to the you are the interviewer, and then you should attend the daily stand-up meeting. So it's a daily stand-up meeting between the project manager and other the development team members. So where you can say that I need to discuss on what I work yesterday and what I will work today. You can check in daily tasks and any blockers or issue you are facing, so you can discuss that and we can take a resolve, and what are the prioritization item which we are not able to complete yesterday. So accordingly prioritize that requirement to the developer and focus on meeting with the project team to discuss on the above points which I mentioned. And then the project board review meeting will get start to update the status of my stuff on the project management tool like Jira, Azure, DevOps, or whichever the company you working their own the project review status. So you can update that thing and consult with the project manager or the development team to what are the track of their working yesterday tasks. Is it completed or not completed? And if they face any challenges or the impediment, so solve their resolve. And that way I'll to work it is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So then between 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. I'll be go deep dive into the requirement deep dive, and I gather the requirement from the stakeholder, different departmental stakeholder, and understand their requirement, connecting with them meeting. So you can say that the stakeholder meeting one on one or the group sessions to gather detailed requirement and clarify existing needs. This might involve the interview, workshop, UAT sessions, or the brainstorming session, group discussion session, understand their requirement, explain them the current progress of the projects, what we did, what we know are able to do, if there any challenges faced by the team, what are the regulatory requirement for that. So that the stakeholder meetings we will discuss that thing and prioritize the requirement, and then also prepare the business requirement document or the functional requirement document, or also to update the requirement traceability matrix to start work on the user user manual. So these are things I did in that time. And also to elicit the techniques like to form the user stories, to draw the process mapping, data modeling, and documenting all these things. So in user story, writing the simple focus business focus statement from the end of the end user perspective who are actually using. It is in the form of, as a customer I want to able to reset my password so I can log in if I forgot the password. So like that I will create the user story if log in, or if as a the admin user I can do to rights to the other role, so I can assign the role. So like that I'll create the user story, then I'll work on the process mapping, creating the flow chart with user representation and the business process. For the creating the flow chart or the process map, I using the draw.io. You should say that thing to the inter. I use the draw.io, InVision, Figma. I'll draw the wireframes and prototype according the business requirement, and then do the data modeling, defining the data needed if for the new system, to help the DBA, or to draw the entity relationship diagram, or to work on that thing. And then finally I documenting and translate meeting notes and ideas into structure and formal requirement, and update the requirement in the business requirement document, functional requirement document, or user manual if needed. So that way I'll spend my time between 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. for the requirement, and then for in between 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I'll go for the lunch and the inform hurdles. I'll go for that thing and understand more. So a break, taking some time away from the decks, and to think on beyond what I did in the morning or what I can did better, so I can work fast and more be a productive, you can say. So I'll think in between time 10 to 15 minutes. And then informal problem solving, obtain a quick chat or the lunch with the developer and tester can clarify small requirement or solve the minor blockers without a formal meeting. So we can discuss on that point an informal problem and help them if they have faces any challenges or the implements while they are working on the development or QA team while they are doing the testing. So I'll help on them while doing the lunch. And ad hoc questions, answering quick questions for team members who need clarification and specific user story to understand them, or they require the UI UX for that. So I'll help them these things in between that time. So once the 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm collaboration and the refinement I'll do. So in that I'll collect with the developers team, and then collect with the UI UX collection and solution exploration I'll do. So in that time I'll meet with walk to development team through new refine user stories and answer their questions, explain them what I'll created the user stories if needed, and the definition of done or definition of ready, and the user acceptance criteria, what that user story, how we can say that user story is successfully implemented and done, what things the system need to perform. So I'll discuss all these things to the development team and take a reverse kit, you can say like that. And then I'll collaborate with the UI UX team, so working with designers to create and wireframes and mockups that usually represent how the new features will look like and feel based on the client requirement or the based on the requirement I am collected. So it is match with the requirement or not, what where we need to get the changes, how the UI UX should look like. So I'll discuss on the UI UX team related to that and help them to get the better appropriate and discussing with that, and also connect with the bars team or the compliance team, other team, to solve their problems related to the that product or gather the requirement. And then the solution exploration, investing the potential third party tool or API that could be integrated into the project. So think on that how we can do the API integration, how we can integrate the third party tool to the current system, what the requirements. So I'll discuss on that point with the senior management or the project management and work on that point and understand their requirement. So then let's in between the 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'll do the quality and the progress reporting of that team. So in that time I'll support the QA team, so working with the quality assurance team to ensure the test cases are accurate and cover all the requirement, and check the progress of the testing, update them what they are cover and what they need to cover, and prioritize them the prioritize them their tasks, what we are going to high priority, check to review their the test case document or the testing document, and to update them suggestions on mail or the virtually. So then I'll review and validate the rework or the work in progress feature to ensure they align with the original requirement, and they will to do the validate their working structure. So reporting, preparing the status of project for project leaders, outlining key progress and achievements and the risks. So I'll prepare the in detailed report of the project status, and that report I need to send to the project leader outlining key progress and achieving and the risks what we are currently going to face in the system. If there tasks which we are not able to complete within the time, so I'll mention that thing why we are not able to complete and the progress of that thing. So all these things I'll done in the reporting part. Then documenting updates, so maintain the project requirement document, ensure they always up to date, and any changes or the new information should be there in the system. So whatever document I have, like a business requirement document, functional requirement document, requirement traceability matrix, end user manual, test case document, on the basis of my day whole day, I need to update that document. And accordingly, if they need to send the email to the like a development team, IT team, or the management team, so I'll do that thing with attach these documents. So that the way I'll end my day. And in between the 5 p.m. down winding down, I'll start and daily warm up. I'll do a quick review of the daily accomplishment and what I'll I want to complete today's tasks. Apart from what I complete today, why I am not able to complete some tasks, or why I am able to complete some other tasks within a time. So that time which I have, so what I need to do in that time, so I'll improve my productivity. So I'll think on that point. And tomorrow plans, laying out a simple agenda for the next day, and prioritize key meeting and the tasks. And final communication, a final check of email and the project message to ensure nothing urgent was missed by me. So make sure that thing I'll did the appropriate work which is required and mandatory to complete me in that whole day. And if there is a priority, so accordingly I draw mail to the higher management, so they can aware if I am not able to complete such tasks and why that task I am not able to complete. So related that I update the management or my reporting management, so he or she may be aware that thing. So let's discuss on the last slide, which is a key takeaway from this presentation. So guys, communication is everything. If you are applying for the business analyst role, the role is centered around the effective listening, questioning, and the convey information clearly and the understandable way for all the team members, and embrace the changes. The requirement can will be change. A good BA is adopt and manage these changes smoothly and effectively and optimum way. So you need to make sure there is a continuously changes come from the client, and accordingly you need to manage or maintain your system as per the client new requirement or the enhancement requirement, and become a domain expert. Guys, it is and the most important thing. If you want to be a business analyst, or you need to be a pursue as a great BA or the productive BA, so you should have the great knowledge of domain understanding. So the BA must understand the business problem deeply to propose the effective solution and the optimum solution. And you are facilitator, so your job is to bring peoples together, ensure every aligned on the same goal, and they are on the same path, and they know the working progress of the projects. So these are the typical day of the business analyst who look like, and the IT projects. And guys, if you like my efforts and my video explanation, please do like and subscribe my channel, so that will motivate me to create more such interviews for you. So thank you so much guys once again.